Good morning and welcome to the devotion for Tuesday, December 17th, 2019. And today we're in Ezekiel chapter 19 and we're only reading one verse, and that's verse 1. And today's devotion is titled Lamentations for Israel. Moreover, take thou up a lamentation for the princes of Israel. And our reading says, the word lament. It's a passionate expression of grief or sorrow. Some synonyms of lament are wailing, moaning, groaning, weeping, crying, sobbing, howling, complaining, mourning, grieving, and shedding tears for. The people here were being commanded to lament, to mourn and grieve for the sins of the people and the judgment that they were facing. We can see indications that this was to be a lament going into the future. The people were to be sad over sin and the fate of those caught up in it. Are we sad about it? Do we even care? Do we feel anything over those who are slaves to sin? I fear that too many of us are coasting through our lives as saved believers, happy that we've got our ticket punched to heaven, but never give a second thought to those around us who are lost, dying, and going to hell. Time and time again, we see that God is saddened by those lost who will never be with him in heaven. Jesus was sad over sin. In fact, he was so sad that he offered himself as a payment for it. Jesus did something else also. He preached the way to be freed from sin. If we desire to be like him, then that is our mission as well. Think on this. If we are not sad over others who are still lost and slaves to sin, maybe we need to be considering our own standing with the Lord. And our final thought is, if we knew the cure for a fatal disease and had been cured of it, would we keep that knowledge to ourselves, or would we scream it from the mountaintops? You know, that's a great question. If you're hearing this devotion and you are in fact saved, and you know the Holy Spirit lives within you, and you know Jesus on a personal basis, and you know you're going to heaven when you die, don't you want to share that with those around you? Because we are surrounded by people that are lost and don't know Jesus. And that should burden us. And the reason it should burden us is because if in fact the Holy Spirit is within us, and the Holy Spirit is burdened by his children not being saved, we should feel that burden. If it's within us, we should feel it. So if you don't have a burden for others around you, if you don't care about your neighbors that may be lost and don't have salvation, if you're not burdened with family members or friends that don't know the Lord, if that doesn't burden you, it's possible that you don't have the Holy Spirit within you giving you that burden. Because if it's truly in you, if the Holy Spirit is within you, you would feel that burden for others. So that's a good kind of a self-check on your own salvation. If you feel burdened for the souls of others, if you lament for people that are lost and dying and spending all of eternity in a place called hell, if that burdens you, then you do have the Holy Spirit burdened within you. And it's our duty. We are commissioned to go spread the gospel, to share the truth about Jesus Christ. So, as a final takeaway from this devotion, I encourage you, throughout the day today, if you bump into people, mention the Lord to them. Just, tell them that you're saved and see, if they're interested in having salvation as well. Because a lot of people, guys, don't even know what's available out there to them. They just go through their day by day, and they don't even give it a second thought. But we as saved believers, we know and we're burdened by what's in their future, and that should hurt us, and we should grieve over it. So I don't want to end on a downer here. So let's be positive. Let's spread the word. Let's spread the gospel. Let's do what the Great Commission tells us in the book of Matthew. Go out and spread the gospel to all people. So thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.